Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start this video off with an announcement. So first of all, just so you know, the music will go down in about 2 minutes. Okay, so the first notification is this. A lot of you don't know this, and I don't think I've ever announced this on my channel. So I do work with people either over the phone or through Zoom from different countries. So just to let you know, I have an odd sleeping pattern where I will be wide awake at nighttime from easily 3 weeks up to about 5 or 6 weeks. Okay, so I do coaching and phone therapy at nighttime. So if you live in another country or if you're a night person, we can absolutely schedule that in advance. So I work with people from Australia, New Zealand, the UK, Italy, pretty much anywhere in the world. In fact, anywhere in the world. So the way I do that is now through I have like a couple phones. I've got a landline, which I like to coach on. And so in this one, I can call Canada, China, India, Mexico, South Korea, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Puerto Rico. So we can talk all night long on that. We can also do it through Zoom. The other way I do it is through an app on cell phone called WhatsApp. So I do life coaching, communication coaching, personal development. I'm an NLP trainer, neuro-linguistic programming. If you don't know what that is, it's a very powerful series of different modalities that can increase your confidence. It can teach you how to sell better. Maybe I'll make a list another time. But if you need help with anything from phobia cures to whatever, I can help you. So what do I specialize in? I specialize in emotional healing, trauma healing. The other thing I specialize in is communication coaching between men and women. We are speaking two different languages, literally. Now, women are fairly and very much aware of that, whereas men have no clue. When I say we're speaking two different languages, as women have for centuries, I literally mean there are two sub-languages. So I specialize in dating and relationship coaching. This is the most elite coaching on the planet. I guarantee you, I don't care if you've gone to Tony Robbins, Dr. John Gray, any and all of the experts, because I have received clients who are multi-millionaires. One guy was worth $300 million. He flew in on his own plane and it worked with me. He goes, "You're better than Tony Robbins at relationship coaching." I made some powerful discoveries over the last 25 years. Your wife, your girlfriend will absolutely be grateful, they'll be beyond their imagination. There's something that women have wanted men to learn for thousands and thousands of years that men just didn't get. If you're single and you are desperate and you want to meet women, the best course on the planet, period. Start out with buy my book, Crack the Female Code. That's where you start, or buy the ultimate package, because Crack the Female Code is in that package. Right now I'm doing a special. It really was just for timeline therapy, so you guys can kind of get an experience of it. So it's $75 normally. My normal fee is $225. I've lowered it down to $125, and I know the economy's bad. But the $75 is just to give you an experience of timeline therapy if you wanted to do that, up to 3 sessions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend that to pretty much any coaching except for the dating relationship coaching. Okay, that is a very specialized course, and there are some key elements in that just take a long time to teach. It is a package deal. So there's a course for men. There's also a much shorter course for women. It is about 3 sessions, approximately 4.5 to maybe 6 hours maximum. It is a very in-depth, very interesting course that will relieve you of a lot of emotional pain. And the women's course is called Why Men Just Don't Get It, and the men's course is called Crack the Female Code. There's literally a hidden language that women fall in love with. It is romantic, it is descriptive, it's in depth, it's meaningful to her, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. Right now for men, I really recommend you buy my book, Crack the Female Code. For women, I also have 2 books for women, Why Men Just Don't Get It, and Every Woman's Battle, The Need for Love and Emotional Fulfillment. Okay, so there's another announcement I want to make. It's something that's been kind of, I don't know if I would say bugging me, but kind of I don't know what the word is, like, it's like it's been urging me on. It's kind of something that's been digging at me a little bit. It's almost like something inside me saying, hey, it's kind of time to move on from narcissist abuse videos, because you gotta understand there's only so much you can learn, okay? And I'm going to give you a real ultimate learning from that really encapsulates all the learnings. But the first thing I want to add into this is that you literally get what you focus on. So if all you're doing is focusing on narcissist abuse, it can be a pretty dark place, because you literally are attracting that to you. The more you focus on it, the more you draw to it. So let me wrap the first piece off, or not this piece, this is the first piece, but this piece, and I'm going to add something that might help. So the first piece, and if you haven't written it down in the past, I really do recommend this, is regardless of what you're dealing with or what your goals are in life, you get what you focus on, so focus on what you want. So you get what you focus on, so focus on what you want. What you talk about, what you read, the magazines you look at, are you watching videos of cars crashing or making money? I mean, you literally draw to you. It is literally like a magnet. Like, this is one of the secrets of life. With narcissist abuse, there were some lessons that you had to learn. Like, you had to learn to love yourself. What do empaths do? We love everyone else but ourselves, because we were brainwashed and conditioned since childhood that we're no good, that we're bad, that we deserve punishment, that we deserve people hurting us for no reason. I mean, it's something that we were born being taught this, but it's not true. The biggest lesson that you had to learn, it's why you went through that ultimate narcissist abuse, was you had to finally stop loving people and even giving them any energy at all, any attention, any time to people that are hurting you, and take all that energy, all that awareness, all that attention, and all that love, and bring it back to yourself. That's what this lesson was about. It was about you putting you first. Loving yourself, healing yourself, getting away from people that are damaging you. Because remember, you can't give anybody anything that you don't have yourself. So if you don't have self-love, how do you give that to someone? If you don't have boundaries, how do you give that to someone? How can you teach someone to have boundaries if you're not walking in boundaries yourself? The way people learn is not by words coming out of your mouth. They come by actions. They come by watching you and feeling your energy and having experiences with you. That's how people learn. So if you don't self-protect your inner spirit, which is God inside you, well, that person around you is never going to learn how to do it themselves. Well, you're not doing it. If you don't have $100,000, how can you give $100,000 to someone that needs it? You can't, because you don't have it. Self-love is something you have to actively do, actively take action, and spend time doing. Protecting yourself is self-love. When you love yourself, it's real easy. If someone isn't being nice to you or kind, you get away, because you have to protect yourself. When you protect your inner spirit, your inner being, that inner child, that's how you open the door to God. If you don't, that door closes and you don't have a connection to God. That is what this is all about. It's all about energy. When you become this self-loving being, this self-caring being, this self-nurturing being, The energy around you, it's a ball of energy that you're inside of, and the energy is inside you as well. It becomes this loving, open, expansive, nurturing energy. See, open energy is the healing energy. Closed energy is the killing energy. It's attacking. Like what do narcissists do? They have that laser beam thing going on and you can't stand it. Instead of going around telling other people that they need to be loving and kind, you need to develop that within yourself to the extent where when you walk out in public, you have this energy of loving and nurturing. It's like a ball of energy. And people will feel that, and that is what shifts their energy. No, I didn't say you go out there and shift their energy. But see, it's like a kid who's never seen somebody throw a baseball. Well, how can they learn how to throw a baseball if they've never seen it? Well, you can tell them till you're blue in the face, but when you pick up the ball and you throw the ball the way that you're saying to throw the ball, then the kid's going to go, oh, I get it now. I see what you're doing. They're going to much better understand by you actually walking your talk, by living in that energy. And part of that energy is also learning to protect yourself, to defend yourself when somebody is being mean or is attacking you. That's another thing that children need to learn. They need, like, okay, imagine you had a kid and you just, no boundaries, don't stand up for yourself, don't protect yourself if someone's trying to hurt you or kill you. Like, why would you teach your kid that? You wouldn't, because it's not normal, it's not natural. The natural thing is to love yourself enough to protect yourself in a firm, strong, solid boundary kind of way. Now, here is the overall overarching learning that you were supposed to learn from this entire mess. Your job is not to diagnose whether someone's a narcissist or bipolar or there's so many different names coming at us now. Like another one is intermittent explosive disorder, where they just out of nowhere just blow up in rage once in a while. It's really simple. You do not need to get a bachelor's or master's or doctorate degree in anything. All you need to do is use common sense. And here is the overarching learning right here. This is the common sense. Would you do it? Would you explode and rage at someone over something small? Would you just be like, oh, well, I just got this disorder and I just walk around hurting people and blowing up for no reason at all? Or I do this narcissistic stuff and I hurt people because, they gave me a gift and I was thinking, maybe it was a setup. I mean, would you do that? No. So if somebody does these messed up things to you, get away. That's it. It really is simple. If you have a healthy self-love, healthy self-esteem and self-respect, which all means self-protection, you just go, oh, this is an abusive person. I'm not dealing with them. I'm not putting up with this, and you walk away. It's the only way that they're ever going to make a decision like, you know what, I'm going to work on this, I'm going to change. See, even Sam Vaknin, the doctor of narcissist abuse, the guy that goes around the world to different universities and teaches professors, etc., and doctors, etc., about narcissist abuse and all of the, it's not just narcissist, but it's the explosive one. And God, there's one where they're like, oh, I can't think of the name. But even he said, look, they can change if they wanted to, but he goes, in our world right now, our society, they don't have to. They really don't. So there's no motivation. They get way too much fun out of doing it the lazy and the easy way of just blowing up when they want to. And I'm in a bad mood, so I'm going to take it out on the people around me. They've never been forced to develop any level of self-control. And I don't just mean narcissist abuse. Sam Vaknin also went on to say, he goes, look, if narcissists go into prison or if they go into the military, they realize, oh shit, I can't get away with these games in here. These people will kill me. And then he went on to say, so we do know from study that when they are put in these two situations, they stop doing that stuff. But when they get back out in society, they go right back to it because We allow them to. Sam Vaknin himself went to jail. He went to prison. I think I'm not going to guess. I don't remember if it was 3 years or 9 months or whatever. But he flat out said, he goes, "Oh no, I realized if I do that stuff in here, I'm going to get killed." So they can stop, but they don't want to. And if you don't walk away from them, they're never ever going to have any motivation or any reason to change. Let's talk about body and mind chemistry. If you suddenly start lifting weights, let's say you suddenly stop smoking, you stop drinking, and you start eating healthy, and you start going to the gym, and you start lifting weights, you start running, you start doing your push-ups and your sit-ups, you do yoga class 4 days a week, you stretch, and you start living a healthy life. The chemicals in your body alter, shift, and change. I learned this in psychology class when we learned about cigarette smoking. So before, your body is always looking for, I just forgot the word. It's I'm going to call it ecostasis, but that's not quite the word. It's looking for stasis, meaning it's always looking for balance. So before you smoked cigarettes, you had a very equal balance from left to right, just like a balance thing, right? The balance of justice, the scales, right? They balance out. They're even. Now, when you introduce to the body a new chemical or a new vitamin or a new anything, all of a sudden, let's just say nicotine and tar, all of a sudden it goes up and up and up, and now, whack, it's out of balance, okay? One goes down, the other one's up in the air, and this is not healthy for the human body. So what the body is going to do, it's going to alter the intake of food and water and other things. So what happens is when people first start smoking cigarettes, in about a month or so, they will start eating different foods, and they'll eat more of that, and they'll eat less of the foods that they ate before, because the body's saying, "Hey man, you're bringing in these chemicals. We've got to lower this and balance this out." Now the way it does it is through your taste buds and through your smell. It's like, "Oh, I'm craving this all of a sudden." See, people say, "I don't know, all of a sudden I started craving, whatever," okay? And so suddenly, and they lose their taste for foods that they've eaten their whole life. And so suddenly they go over this way, and that's what starts balancing it out. They might drink more water, they might drink less water, etc. Now, most people don't notice this first part that I just mentioned. But the second part, have you ever watched someone stop smoking? So I've watched quite a few people suddenly stop smoking. Here's what happens. All of a sudden they start craving food, chocolates and candies or foods. They just all of a sudden start craving other stuff, and they can't not do it. In fact, a lot of people, they'll go back to smoking. It's like, well, because it helped me lose weight, okay? And then when they get off, it's because your body's saying, "Hey man, we don't have this stuff over here anymore that used to fill up. So now the scales are out of balance again. So we need to bring chemicals in to find this ecostasis, this balance." It's the same thing with working out. Your healthy chemicals start to build up. So now you had like an eighth of a tank of testosterone in your tank, but then you start lifting and you really start pushing it 6 months, a year later, you're like really pushing massive weights and sprinting and doing all this stuff, and your body's saying, "Hey, we need more testosterone," so it starts to build and create more testosterone. Your body is a chemical factory. It makes chemicals. It's the same thing with being a narcissist. They are so used to certain chemicals in their body that it's like, well, I can't give up this drug, and it is a chemical high when they abuse people. It's an endorphin rush, literally. The only way that they're going to change is if they suffer so much pain that even thinking about doing it is like, "Oh no, that's just going to cause problems. That's going to cause all these problems. People are going to hurt me. They're going to be mad at me. They're going to walk away. They're going to leave me alone. I'm going to be abandoned." Until they experience that from society saying, "No, we're not doing this no more." It's real simple in psychology. It's like, generally, until the pain becomes greater than the pleasure, they're just going to keep doing it. Do I think narcissists can change? Yes, absolutely. But will they? No, absolutely not. They have no reason to. We live in a narcissist-built society that benefits them in every way. Why would they change? They make money off of it. They get ahead in life. They get what they want. They can act like a king. They can walk around this grand delusion of how they're this special person when they're not. I mean, why would they change that? But here's the thing. They could change it. They could change the chemistry in their brain if they wanted to bad enough. And that is the key. And don't ever fall for it, because they won't do it. Because society is built to support their narcissism. We live in a world of either or, left or right, good or bad, me or you. Either you're rich or I'm rich. And that's the society that they've built. So until people say, no, I'm not doing this anymore, well, they're just going to keep doing their stuff because people are letting them. One of the things that we do, I learned this from lifting weights. I remember noticing some guys' bodies would kind of grow funny. Like, what the hell's going on here? And then some, like my body, I had a great body. It's because it's like a lot of these muscle and fitness magazines say, like, image it the way you want it, because that's how your body will create it. And at first I thought, oh, that's bullshit. But then I started noticing, like, yeah, that's kind of weird. That guy looks weird. It's because he'd have a mentality like this. He would kind of hunch over when he walked, when he talked, when he lifted weights. So his muscles began to form like that. Whereas I always had my shoulders back. I'd stand upright, and my muscles began to form that way. Then I began to realize, when you watch people's faces, when their faces are down like this, the muscles in the face, the tendons and the ligaments all begin to form in that way. So when you have a certain facial expression over years and years and even decades, not only does it begin to form your muscles, tendons and ligaments around that, but it also begins to shape your muscles just like braces do to your teeth. Sorry, I meant it also begins to shape your bones, your facial structure, your actual bones in not only your face but your body begin to get shaped like that, because it's being held like that by muscles and tendons and ligaments every single day, and over a period of time it begins to change. One of the reasons why I look young, like my forehead, out of all the studying, reading, college, trainings, courses, I've done a lot of thinking. Usually that literally muscles tighten up in your forehead. But because I've learned how to do this internal awareness stuff, this internal awareness techniques, it keeps your muscles in your body, including your head and your face and your forehead, relaxed. So thus, I don't have the muscles and the wrinkles develop that way like a lot of people my age. So I guess what I'm saying is, we can create and recreate the chemistry in our body which affects our muscles. And thus our bone structure, not only in our physical body but also in our face. Learning how to open up, relax, and drop down inside and become an internal being is the most amazing thing you can do for your body. It will open up your veins, your arteries, your blood vessels. And what that will do, it will allow the blood to flow through, cleaning out older energies, older debris, blood that was stuck, etc., and your body begins to cleanse itself. Kind of cool, huh? What do you think cancer comes from? Blocked energy, muscles that have been tight for so long because you're in a fear state that you didn't even know that those muscles were tight. You just thought, well, that's just the way it is, until you get relaxed. One of the ways you heal cancer is by allowing your body to go in that relaxed, open flow state where your muscles are relaxed, you're emotionally grounded, and all of a sudden everything is flowing, because it begins to allow oxygen and blood and nutrients to go into the places they were meant to go. When certain muscles in your arms, legs, back, etc. are tight, that's how cancer can be caused, because there's not a flow of energy nurturing and feeding healthy nutrients to that part of your body. So when you learn to become an emotionally grounded person and you do these breathing techniques, everything opens up, your arteries, your veins, your blood vessels, and now it allows the new blood to clean out the old stuff, and then it goes in the kidneys and it goes out of your body, etc., etc. It also allows healthy nutrients and oxygen to go in there to feed it in a very healthy, nurturing way. So overall, I think it's time to possibly start walking away from narcissist abuse, okay? And start moving towards your goals and your dreams in life. I know you might be a little scared thinking, oh, I got to focus on... No, you don't. When people start to hurt you and people are mean and rude, it's time to cut them out of your life. Don't try to fix them. That's the problem that empaths do. We try to, oh, well, I'll make them like me. No. If someone doesn't like you and treat you well right now, get them out. A friend is a friend because they like you for who you are. If people are not treating you well, or they don't like you for who you are, if they're trying to change you, get away from them. What's going to happen over a period of time, you will go through a lonely phase, but what will happen over a period of time, you get really good at cutting out the bad people, which means it leaves open a lot of space and a lot of time for better people. Better people will start to fall into your life. That's what this is all about. It's time to move forward and move into the purpose of why you're here. You're here to be a creator. You're here to be a healer. It's time to start healing and learning how to heal other people. The purpose of my life is to motivate myself and others to believe, dream, and be alive with passion, power, and excitement. God bless you guys. I'm willing to extend a package discount for up to 10 sessions as long as you're willing to start moving forward in your life and you want to go in a direction that's about your purpose and creativity of being here. God bless you guys. I love you all very, very much. Thank you very much for subscribing to this channel, for buying my books, being my clients, and just subscribing to this channel. Hey, this is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Please click subscribe, click the like button, make a comment, and if you'd like to make a donation, there's a donation button right there. It's a PayPal link right there in the description, about a quarter way down. Another way you can support this channel is by also buying one of my books, one or more of my dating and relationship books for men and women on my website, MikeKollin.com. Alright, God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.